One of the first things that Pope Leo XIV did when he became Pope was to meet with the leaders of the Eastern Catholic churches, like my church. And one of the things he said was, Eastern Catholics, your spirituality is like medicine for the world, medicine for the church. He was very complimentary about the Eastern Catholic churches and their spirituality, their traditions, ancient, venerable traditions. And he said they're like medicine for the church, riches. So I'm going to deliver that medicine in these next few days, because we have a world and a church that has some sicknesses or crises. There's always a crisis, but there are some very, very major crises in the church and in the world today. They kind of are in parallel. So we'll start with the church, and I'm going to offer the medicine that Eastern Catholics alone have. Why? Why do we have the medicine? Because we are the most experienced with the things that are most threatening civilization today. Things like Islamic terrorism, extreme Islam, communism, materialism. Those are the three things that are most threatening civilization today, both in the church and in the world. And the Eastern Catholic churches, as an historical fact, we have the most experience with those things, the most history, and we're still living with those things to this day. And that's why, one of the reasons, many reasons, we have the medicine. The central medicine that we have, the big one we have, everybody wants that magic pill. Give me a pill to cure everything. Remember COVID? Get that vaccine so we can get rid of COVID. Give me that magic cure. Well, there are no magic cures, but if we're looking for something like that, the Eastern Catholic churches have it. It's something I've talked about here constantly and will continue to talk about, because it's the remedy for everything. To understand what it is to live in the both and, the sacramental worldview, to understand life in terms of the both and. And that's our problem. We don't know how to do that, especially in the Western world, because we're too rationalistic. We're too right brain, left brain, never the two shall meet. We're too compartmentalized. And so we don't understand a lot of reality in the church and also in world events. And that's why so many things are in crisis. So I'm going to offer the medicine that comes from the Eastern Catholic churches alone. So I hope you stay tuned for this series. I'm offering it because it's hard and hard for me to sit back and watch the world in crisis and the church in crisis because of what they don't have. They don't have the medicine. So I want to offer that medicine in these series of talks. The first one, we'll start with the church. Since the Second Vatican Council, there seems to be, and not necessarily because of the Vatican Council, but from the Vatican Council since then, there has been this kind of focus, orientation in the church, especially by the most recent popes, of this idea of accompaniment, ecumenism, of let's get everybody together and just kind of feel good and get along. It appears as though that's the primary objective of the recent popes and the post-Vatican II church, reaching out to everyone, making everyone feel good and welcome. We're all equal. We're all respectful of each other. So let's get together and get along. Now, yes, there is certain merit to that. However, the problem is, the reality is, Jesus Christ is the only salvation, the only divine physician, the only healer, the Prince of Peace. And while he wanted all to be saved, he wants all to become one with him. He wants that. But he also said, now here's the both and. He just didn't say, let's all be one. He wants that. But the other part of it is, he said, in order to be one, we must make a radical choice. You must be actually very exclusive. Oh yeah, not inclusive, exclusive. You must be able to embrace what is a very exclusive choice, that we will take up our cross and follow him, that we will love him over and above mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter, husband, wife. Oh, an incredible choice, a divisive and exclusive choice, but that comes from Jesus Christ himself. He wants oneness. He wants us to all get along and be with him in heaven. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, what a good feeling. But the way there is very exclusive. We've got to put the two together, and that's what we're going to be doing in this series of talks. I'll do that for the world as well. So hopefully stay tuned.